What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Isn't It Crazy podcast. This is my first video I'm uploading to Facebook. All my other stuff is on YouTube, so if you guys like this video, please go check that out. I know it's a lot harder to have to sign in and leave comments or subscribe, so I'm putting these videos up on all the platforms that I can. So if you're a girl listening to this, I do talk a lot about guy stuff and what we like and what we like to do and how we think. Just because I'm doing that doesn't mean there's no value into listening into this. You could get a guy's perspective. You could get ideas to what you get your boyfriend for Christmas, maybe your birthday, or just an inside look to how your boyfriend might be thinking about things, maybe relationships. I know I got a couple people that wanted to come in and talk about, should we go to strip clubs? Should a boyfriend be allowed to go to strip clubs? So if you're a girl, you definitely want to tune in, maybe weigh in your opinion when that episode comes up. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. God damn, I love that intro. It took me seven days to make it. And to look at where I was in the summer to now is definitely a testament of how far I've gone. But I'm gonna stop blowing smoke up my ass and talk about the topic of the day. So I want to talk about watches. Ever since I was little, I think I got my first watch when I was 11, and I was just infatuated by everything that had to do with watches. The colors, what it could do, with the different options you could get on a watch. And I'm not going to be talking about Rolexes or Philippe Pateks because most people who are watching this don't have $25,000 in their sock drawer just hanging around for a fancy watch like that. Today I want to talk about more general, the do's and don'ts, and how many watches a guy should have. So let's just start off there because it's so much easier to explain. Every guy should have 3 watches: an activity watch, a daily watch, and a fancy watch. That's all you need, 3. I mean, I definitely have more just because I like different color ranges and stuff like that, but these 3 are essentials. If you're somebody that's been thinking about buying a watch, but you don't know where to start, these 3 are the ones you should start with. They don't have to be expensive, and that's the number one point I want to make today. These don't have to cost you $2,000 for somebody to say, I like your watch. None of these watches that I put on display right here are over $300. If anything, I look for that bargain. I go to outlet malls, anything like Watch Stop or just your outlet mall in general usually has like a watch kiosk that sells genuine watches. I know a lot of people think they're fake watches, but they have genuine watches like Michael Kors or Fossil that maybe have a defect or maybe they just didn't sell right. So the company's trying to cut their losses, and they sell these watches for like 50% off. And that's the advantage I want you guys to take. That's the advantage I take. They don't have to be a lot of money to look good, and you could save hundreds of dollars. Because I know guys that buy $2,000 watches and they look ridiculous, or they look almost the same as my watches. So always look out for that bargain. And that's the number one point I want to make. But as far as those 3 essential watches go, your workout watch should be anything from a Fitbit to a G-Shock, something that could get wet. You know, if you're going to do activities, you're going to be outside, you want something that's going to be able to take shocks and get dirt in it and stuff like that. And watches are essential when you're doing stuff like that. If you're working out, you could look at your watch, see how long you've been working out for, see how long you've been running for, when you can't pull out your phone. So I think that's the number one reason a lot of people should have an activity watch or just a workout watch in general. I'd go with plastic. I know the best type of watches to wear, just an all-around good, would be a G-Shock. They're $100. You could go get it at Zumiez or anywhere in the mall. You know, you're not breaking the bank either. So when you move to your daily watch, this is where I said like you only need 3. But for me, I like to change the colors of a daily watch. And when it comes to a daily watch, it doesn't have to be anything flashy. It just has to be something made out of like metal, black, gray, something that's going to go with every single outfit that you have. You know, every day you're going to be changing. Maybe you're going to work, you wear a different type of shirt. Black, gray, it goes with everything. You know, if you're on your desk and you can't look at your phone, Again, back to the phone point, like a lot of people say, why have a watch when I could just look at the time on my phone? A lot of people get in trouble at work for being on their phone, or just a quick glance to see, oh shit, it's lunchtime, you know? I think it completes an outfit. It makes you look more professional. It makes you look like you're paying attention to what you're wearing every single day, you know, down to your shoes, down to your pants and shirt, to your watch. A lot of people pick up on subtle things that might make a difference in everyday life. Like it might put you in a better light, you know, say you meet a girl and she looks down and she's like, oh wow, this guy's really into what he wears, and some girls like that shit. So when it comes to your daily watch, I say anything metal, just not too flashy, just subtle, that goes with your outfit. And once we get into the fancy watches, that's where you could customize, and then we're talking fancy, but still not breaking the bank. My girlfriend gave me this one for Christmas, and I love it because every time I go to a wedding or something like that, you got the leather band, you got the rose gold casing, everything looks nice, and it goes with whatever you're wearing, you know, like it's a going out watch. It's a special occasion watch. I'm wearing it now because I love the way it looks. But the number one mistake a lot of guys do is they wear the daily watch to go out. I've gone to clubs where I see guys with the metal bands, and that's okay. If it looks good with your outfit, sure, but nothing beats a leather band. Nothing beats. That's when you guys should go flashy, right? That's when you guys should show off what you can do, and it just adds more to your outfit. I keep going back to the outfits because it is part of your outfit. It's an accessory. It's like your shoes, it's like your hat, it's everything you wear around you. You know, everything has to match and give this look that you know what the fuck you're doing. So out of those 3 essential watches, I suggest for the activity one, a G-Shock is only $100. For anything like a daily watch, go to the kiosk at the outlet mall and buy yourself a $150 watch. You know, you could diversify when you talk about colors or maybe a different maker. I love Michael Kors and I love Armani Exchange. They make these watches to go with the outfits that they're selling. So outfit orientated watches. But anything like Fossil, those are nice, but it might cost you a little bit more. Movado, I know a couple of my friends have Movados, and it's a nice watch. It's really expensive. Then we're talking like $2,000 watch. Again, you don't have to break the bank going to this. And as far as fancy watches go, anything on social media, I know it gets pushed a lot. Like Vincero is this watch right here. Or just go on Google and put leather band watch, and you should find something for like maybe $200, $250. Nothing too expensive. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is the do's and don'ts of fucking watch wearing. So one of the don'ts is not getting the right proportionate size face on your watch. If you know what I'm talking about, I've seen these dick bags in a lot of places that I've gone to. They have like a watch, and the face is so big. It looks like somebody took that classroom clock and just put a band over it, and these morons are just wearing this huge watch on their wrist. I get that some guys are bigger and some guys are smaller, but it should look proportionate to your hand. Because if you're wearing one of those big ass dials or faces, you're one step away from being Flavor Flav, okay? Just put it on a fucking chain and make sure everybody knows you're the biggest dick bag in the room. It's so annoying. It's like, I feel like these guys need glasses, but they don't want to wear glasses, so they just make their watches way bigger so they could see the numbers. Don't make the watch bigger. Get glasses and live your life like a normal person. I hate it so much. Another thing is, nothing looks better than a watch that looks like it fits your wrist. You know, you could take it to a jeweler. You could take it to a person who works with watches. You could actually watch a video where they show you how to take the links out of your watch so it fits perfectly around your wrist. A lot of old guys love to do this, and I just keep staring at their wrist because it's the most annoying thing in the world. They love to wear it like a bracelet. This thing's going up and down, and they're doing this, and it looks like a fucking lava lamp just on their hand. You know, it's just up and down because it's not correctly fitted to the wrist. If you look at somebody wearing a Rolex or Philippe Patek or any luxury watch, these things are custom made, proportionate sizes with the band customly fitted around the wrist. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't do this and that. Like, get it fitted. Watch a video. Take it somewhere. It looks like you're wearing a bracelet. you might as well be wearing a bracelet. I don't know how you tell time. If you go like this, that watch is going to be moving up and down. So I don't know what the fuck you're doing. It's kind of disgusting, to be honest. You know, if these watches, if I take this one off and put this one on, it's going to fit my wrist perfectly. See that? Doesn't go anywhere. It's fit. I mean, it has a little wiggle room so I don't lose circulation on my hand, but that's on there. And I did it myself. I took the links off, I measured my wrist, and boom. Took like an hour. These guys look like women. And you know, there's a lot of girls that actually wear the watch right. It's fitted, it's proportionate, it's a nice color, it goes with their outfits. Shout out to the girls that could do that. And they need to teach the old dudes and the guys that think that's okay to wear a bracelet on their fucking hand. Or you guys should start selling your bracelets to them because apparently they like that. Okay, and lastly, I would say, and this is a preference thing, it's not that you're doing it wrong. Wearing your watch with the face on your palm side. I never got that. It's like you're hiding your watch. It's like you bought this nice watch and you don't want people to see it but you. And yes, it is a subtle thing, but at the same time, like, what are you guys doing? It looks like you got a secret. So it's just weird. Oh, the last one. A very unpopular opinion on my part because I know my girlfriend wears one and a lot of people that I know wear these Apple Watches. Oh, you mean a phone on your wrist? You look like a fucking Power Ranger. All right? Who you texting on your phone, on your watch? It's the dumbest thing. You just got a little phone with straps on. That's what you got. It is I will never buy an iPhone watch or whatever, an iWatch, or I don't even know the name. Okay, this is how badly I hate these things. The iPhone watch, the iWatch, I don't know. But it is the most annoying thing in the world. Because nobody ever uses all the apps in there. You get what I'm saying? Nobody ever clicks on 10 different things or text on that thing fast enough. Oh, you want to see your notifications? When you're at work? If you can't use your phone, what are you going to stare at it for 8 hours till you get out and then text everybody back? It's the dumbest thing. I will never get what the iWatch does. To me, it's just a little phone, and people are saying it's going to replace watches, and I guarantee you, if as long as I'm alive and as long as intellectual people are alive, it's not. You know, yes, it has all these things. Maybe it's a fancy activity watch all put together, but at the end of the day, it's a phone. It's not a watch. It's a little phone on your thing, and people think it's cool to look like Power Rangers. And if Ari could stop Snapchatting me so I could finish this fucking podcast, that'd be great. Ari, nobody wants to hear about your Packers. So that's all I got for watches today. So girls, if you're going to buy your boyfriend a watch, or guys who are looking into watches, just keep 3 things in mind. How am I going to use this? Is it affordable? Does it go with my outfits and my style? And does it fit right? That's it for watches. So if you guys want to leave pictures of your watches down below, I will gladly take a look at them. If you guys want me to talk about what makes a Rolex, a Philippe Patek very expensive, I will make a video about that. But now that you got some advice on how to wear a watch, what to look for, hopefully you guys could step up your watch game. All right, in daily news, I guess you could say, something crazy happened around where I live. If you guys are from the area or know about Woodfield Mall in Chicago, you know that a guy drove his car into the middle of the mall. Now, after I saw the videos, I didn't read into what his motives were or if he was crazy. But my biggest pet peeve with this whole situation is that people are trying to play the victims when nothing really bad happened. Yes, a bunch of kiosks got smashed and a lot of people got scared because they thought it was an active shooter, and thank God it wasn't. But now that we know the facts, people are coming out and saying like, I went to Woodfield Mall like a week ago. How scary. It could have been me. I went to Woodfield Mall when I was 5. How scary. That could have been me. Unless the car was charging at you, there's no point of making yourself a victim. Is it a scary situation? Sure. But if you're like across the mall, how's that traumatic to you? Everybody just wants to be involved in a story that happened around their town. Sure, let's talk about it and let's talk about what happened, but let's not put ourselves into the story and say things like, "Oh my God, I'm never going to Woodfield." When does that happen? I guarantee you, there's people out there, me included, that wish I was there. That's a hell of a story. I could be like, I was buying Vans one day and some Mexican dude decided to plow through the fucking mall. Maybe he was looking for parking. I don't know what his motives were, but that's the thing that annoys me out of this. I'm glad that nobody got hurt. I'm glad that this 2 brain cell having motherfucker got arrested, but to put yourself and become the victim when nobody got hurt and you weren't even there is kind of dumb. Don't do that. So if you guys are on social media right now, don't put yourself in the situation and say like, I was upstairs when the car was downstairs and I'm so traumatized, because I will make fun of you. Should we maybe make doors safer from attacks like that? Yeah, I think Whitfield's going to reinforce their shit. Maybe extra security guards around. Maybe a little more parking spots. I don't fucking know, but that's what happened in Chicago this week. Some guy drove his car into the middle of the mall. It was like 2:00, so there wasn't a lot of people there. I look at some statuses, I'm like, you weren't there. You were probably at work. Just want attention. And everybody's paying attention to this dick bag, so you got to put yourself in there somehow. Like, for the most part, I thought it was funny. Nobody got hurt. This crazy motherfucker just decided to drive his car into the mall. Whatever his motives were. You got to be nervous when you're doing that shit. But that's what happened. Other than that, it was my birthday. I am 27 years old as of Saturday. And I think when you turn 25, after that, you wait till 30. 30 is the big one. Between 25 and 30, you can't get really excited about it. Like, woohoo, I'm 27. Okay. So I took it easy. I went to watch 80 Strata. I can't say that fucking movie to save my life. But it was a Brad Pitt movie where he goes into outer space, and I'd give it an 8 out of 10. That was a solid movie. It's long as shit. And in the risk of sounding gay, Brad Pitt's not a bad looking dude to look at. For 2.5 hours, you can look at worse faces, So, God, I wonder how much pussy Brad Pitt has gotten in his life. I say 7,000 girls easily. Maybe more. Ric Flair did say 10,000, and the math doesn't add right there, but 7,000 seems like a solid. And he was married to Angelina Jolie, so there's that. But I don't know. It was a good movie. I urge you to check it out. And I will be talking about the Joker movie when it comes out next week. And I'll be talking about El Camino, which is the Breaking Bad movie. If you haven't watched any of these videos, I love talking about movies. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I would say go check out this movie. It definitely makes you wonder what the fuck we're living here for, it's a big ass universe and there's a lot out there that we don't know about. And just watching him go into space, it just scares the crap out of me because that thing's real. Movies are sometimes very fictional, but sometimes they have real facts, and outer space scares the crap out of me. I don't think there's aliens because nobody raided the fucking Area 51, so we'll never know. And no alien cheeks were clapped. And that's pretty much my podcast. So I hope you guys enjoyed the advice on the watches. This is my first Facebook video, so I'll see how this goes and maybe I'll upload more. Who knows? All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.